So the, non-violent communication, as you said, and those 6 steps which you have, I read those 6 steps, which we'll come to in a few minutes. It's phenomenal. Empathy and self-empathy and then empathy is so beautiful. So all of you, you just make notes of this, because what is unconditional love? Question yourself, where is your relationship with your spouse? Is it body body? Is it prana prana? Is it mind mind? Is it heart heart? Or is it soul soul? When it is soul soul, it becomes a, heart heart is Laila Majnu, Heer Ranja. Soul soul is beyond that. You simply drop all, conditions of marriage. So yes, you can share the 6 steps, Suzanne, before we ask people to question. Yeah.
Okay, let me do that. And let's see about getting it. Well, I think you can see all 6 parts.
Yes.
So self-empathy, as we described, is you can use brain breathing. Brain breathing's faster. But in self-empathy, you connect with yourself and connect with your own feelings and unmet needs. I'm feeling angry because my need for respect isn't met. And again, a yogic breath. I'm feeling frustrated because my need to be heard isn't met.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm feeling sad because my need for a deep connection isn't being met.
Absolutely.
And those are just examples. You want to create a list of this that reflects what you're going through, either at home with your partner, with each of your children, if it happens, with your boss, etc. So you have that list ready at hand. You don't have to think about it in the minute. Then,
in fact, this need which you said, that was the most important part which I understood from this nonviolent communication. It took me actually 2-3 years to understand the importance of addressing the need. Like, I'm feeling frustrated because my need for, not many people in India understand that. In the Western, it's more common because your language is more elaborate. But here, it took me 2-3 years to understand this need. So I have made a simple formula for at least Indians, that need for love, you know. So at least everyone understand that. But if you can go deeper into that need, you get such beautiful insights that way. So great, that first one.
and you must go deeper, because Marshall taught me something that I found shocking. He said, love is a combination of needs met. And I had a very sentimental view of love in those days. And I said, no, that's not what I meant. I meant that sentimental, romantic, when you feel butterflies in your stomach. He said, yeah, that's a combination of needs met too.
Absolutely.
Wow. He said, examine that. And I did, and he was right, because other people had different needs met that they called love. For some people, love is a transactional relationship.
Many of
They
them.
want a beautiful home. They want a safe financial future. And for them, that really is love, because they don't have the same needs that sentimental romantic people have. By the way, I'm writing my first romance novel. This year I've started already, about twin flames and soulmates, lifetime after lifetime, of course. But, when you talk about needs, it really helps to have the list. So Manoj, I'll send you the list from Marshall
Yes.
of feelings and needs.
And I will WhatsApp, or I'll ask Swati to WhatsApp you one video we just made last week on 7 needs of all couples.
Beautiful. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
It's the longest video I've made, 15 minutes, but I have never spoken 15 minutes as a stretch. But 7 needs, it's very, very precise, connected with the 7 chakras.
That's the longest one you've ever made. I had a TV show in Santa Barbara for a very long time. So I have 300 videos on my YouTube channel, and they're all an hour, 58.5 minutes. And I did cut some of them into briefer ones, but I could talk for hours about this stuff. And if people have questions, I can talk for days.
I generally ask questions, and that's the way I've been taught. That's how we
So
have.
part 3, finally you're thinking, when do I get to say something to my spouse, right?
Hmm.
Well, you calm yourself with self-empathy and it's silent. You focus on this other person with empathy until they are calm, until they can actually hear you. There's no point at all talking while somebody's upset. Don't even bother. And the fastest way to calm someone down is to imagine what they're feeling and needing, and imagine what they're feeling and needing, and imagine what they're feeling and needing, and don't speak about yourself until you've cleared the air. Let them speak, and it may take them days. For people who've been drinking a lot of alcohol, taking a lot of drugs, in a lot of physical pain, they may need weeks before they're ready to hear you. And that's fine, because if you do this, they will eventually hear you. And usually they haven't, right? So then finally, self-expression. I wanted to let you know that I've been feeling really frustrated because I need, and then whatever. And you have to come up with very subtle ways to express this so you're not hitting somebody over the head.
Yes.
And, I have books about this. I've written 3 books that are free downloads on Kindle, and one of them has a lot of different scripts in it. Then reflection. If you have a serious conversation with somebody, what are we going to do about the children kind of thing? Or where are we going to move? Or are we going to emigrate? Big stuff, Then it is the full 6-part conversation. And part 4 is where you ask if that other person's willing to let you know what he or she heard you say. And believe me, nobody does here.
I always say this every third day or fourth day. I'll tell when I have a conversation with a whole group of people. My end is, what did you understand? Can you just tell me? so so when they say, then I realize that, oh, they not understood what I told. They understood whatever they wanted to understand.
Jota. So then you get to part 5, clarification. Thank you for letting me know that I wasn't clear, which is the opposite of saying, how dare you not listen to me? It's I wasn't clear. My responsibility as the speaker is to get the message across. It's not the listener's responsibility. So thank you for letting me know I wasn't clear. What I wanted you to know, and then don't repeat it like you're annoyed, because they're not going to listen at all. But say it in a slightly different way. What I wanted you to know is that I think that our son would be happiest at such and such a school for these various reasons. And I'm doing research about other schools, and I will get back to you in, 2 days. And then you move to the solution where you agree on something. The 2 people can actually agree, but agreeing is a process. Through an offer, I'll keep doing the research and then we can discuss it. Or would you like to do some research too? That's a request. And then we can discuss it. And from that place, a bona fide solution is found, not one that blows up in your face. Because as most people have found out, in difficult relationships, it's all about difficult conversations, right? And when you have a difficult conversation, it's because one of those 6 parts, you either didn't do it and you needed it. You don't always need 4 and 5, but you didn't do it. If you need it, then you have to do it. Or the person's really upset. This happens a lot if somebody's upset and doesn't have skills themselves. Then you have to go back, calm yourself down silently, and calm them down sweetly. And what I always say to people, if your spouse doesn't want to learn this, Celebrate, because you're the one who's going to have all the power in your home. And they go, what? Huh? Yeah. If I'm with someone who's a student of mine even, but who really learned and really listened, and a few of these people are on today's call, thank you so much. And if I'm having a conversation with one of them, they have power. So that's great. They know how to calm themselves down. If they would ever need to, which they don't, they could calm me down. And together we can come up with a solution.
Beautiful.
But if I'm working with someone who doesn't have any of that, I can get my preferred outcome inked in because I know how to handle things. That's why I work with so many entrepreneurs. I work with lots of entrepreneurs who are having problems either with their employees, with their customers, with their clients, with getting paid on time. All of these things immediately shift when you have these 6 skills. And I have a different version for business.
Beautifully articulated. Those 6 steps are wonderful.